I met, I think her name is Darling Denif. She's agent for like home protection insurance plan.
Deneve.
Denif. Oh, okay.
Yes, Deneve.
Yeah, and
Going.
she say hello, and she talks a lot of positive things about you.
I
She
don't
say
think there's
on
anything
good,
negative
good
to say
hand.
about me. Don't ask my wife.
She say, I'm on good hand.
You're in good hands. If I were Allstate, I could be your good neighbor.
You know, the reminder, I'm leaving to country tomorrow and coming back 23rd.
Okay. Well, enjoy your days abroad, and we'll see when you get back.
Yes.
So, good morning, Josh. Good to see you on. Good morning, Maura. Good morning, Joanne.
Good
Good morning.
morning.
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, Lydia. Good morning, Jim. Good morning, Leona. It is Thursday. What other wins we have to celebrate this morning? Oh,
Huh. There I go.
there we go.
Oh, okay. Um, I'm getting an escrow today. That's where I was.
There you go. I'm closing one today. There you go.
Yay, yay us.
Other wins? Come on now. Don't be shy. Don't let Joanne always have the excitement in the morning. I know you got something cool.
Had 8 showings scheduled on my new listing in one
That's
day.
awesome. That's awesome.
It was literally
Oh,
3.5 hour. Bam, 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 bam.
Now, do you go
I learned something.
walk the listings
Oh, go
yourself?
ahead. Go ahead.
Nice. All right, Joanne, what was your question?
It wasn't a question, but I was talking to another agent yesterday, and he was telling me because he has the paid chat GPT, and he scripts practice with it, and I thought that was amazing, and that he gives it a personality and it can talk, and that was just so exciting to me. And I think I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it because
Oh
that's
yeah, I use Chat GPT for everything. That 20 bucks a month I spend on the Chat GPT is well worth it.
yeah. I'm gonna do it. I think that's exciting because I'm a nerd.
Let's see if we can get it to talk to us this morning.
Good morning. How can I help you today?
Joanne had a question for you.
Sure. What's Joanne's question?
Oh my gosh, I don't know what to. Okay, wait. Um, I have a really difficult buyer, and he thinks we have an offer, and he thinks that um, he think. Oh shoot! Now you're putting me on the spot. Um, he thinks that the seller's ripping him off. Can you help me put in layman's terms that where am I going? That can you help me put in layman's terms that help me out.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I don't know what I'm trying to say either. You're putting me on the spot. I don't know what to ask. Um,
As a real estate professional, please
yeah.
compose 3 paragraphs explaining to a potential buyer how a seller is not ripping them off.
Certainly. Here's a simple way to explain it. First paragraph, reassure the buyer that the seller's asking price is based on market value, which reflects the current conditions and comparable sales. Second paragraph, explain that negotiations are part of the process and the offer reflects what they believe is fair. Third paragraph, highlight that you're there to ensure transparency and fairness, and you're committed to getting the best outcome for them. Does that help?
Yes. Yeah.
Great. If you need any more help or want to refine the message further, just let me know.
I like how he's British.
Chat GPT, what's your relation to Skynet?
I'm just a friendly AI assistant here to help. Nothing to do with Skynet, I promise. If you need anything else, just let me know.
That sounds like something Skynet would say.
Get it out. You can change the personality. You can get like change the voice tone to it. There is a lot that you can do with the AI, but you have to train it. Just like I have to train you guys to think, because it's always going to come
Yeah.
up with generic stuff. But it's a really good resource to bounce ideas off of. I love using it for that. Help me understand this. Explain this to me like I'm 5. What else could you use it for, right? This is an awesome opportunity. They have a bunch of free stuff you can do, but I pay for the $20 a month because I use the crap out of it. And the cool thing is, let me show you, is that it gives us your train log. So here's all the stuff, right? It's gone through. And it tried to pick up what Joanne was babbling about as the question. So, but you notice how it kind of picked up on some of it and then eliminated some of it and said, you know what, this is what she's really asking.
Okay.
And you can have it on your phone. You can have it, as you can clearly see, it's on my computer. Right? Wild stuff. Right, let's try it. Let's try it with a full scripting set. Let's see if I can get this Chat GPT. This is not what I want to talk about today, by the way. However, I'm good with the shenanigans. All right, my friend, script with me this morning, acting as if you are somebody that's coming into an open house, and my agent Joanne is on site there to greet you.
Of course, I'll play the role of a potential buyer. Let's start.
All right, Joanne, go ahead.
Good
Am I
morning.
the-
Hi there. Welcome to the open house. Of course. What would you like to know?
How much is it? Oh wait, am I the agent? Sorry.
It switched roles on you because you quit. You're monkeying around, but it takes a second. That's all. Oh,
Got it. Let's keep going. You can guide me through the open house.
Okay. I'm the agent?
yes.
Oh, hi. Welcome in.
Thank you. It's great to be here. This place looks lovely. Could you tell me a bit about the layout?
Right. Yeah, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,400 square foot property. It's been on the market for 2 days now. Look around at your leisure. If you have any questions, feel free to come by and I'll be here.
Thanks, Joanne. I'll take a look around. If I have any questions, I'll definitely come back to you.
All right, AI, I need you to be more of a realistic client that is reticent of giving information and reluctant to have open dialogue with the agent.
Got it. Let's reset. Looking around quietly. This place is nice. Pauses, nodding quietly.
So what do you think?
What brought you here?
What do you think?
How did you find us?
Looks up briefly. Oh, I saw the sign outside. Glances away. It's a nice neighborhood.
What do you like about it?
Hesitates. It's quiet. The house seems spacious. Shrugs. Just looking around.
Is this the first one you've seen today?
Briefly nods. Yeah, first one. Just seeing what's out there.
How many more are you planning to see today?
Ours is. Not sure. Maybe a couple more? Looks away. We'll see how it goes.
Okay, AI, go ahead and give Joanne some feedback on how she's handled the situation so far.
Sure. Joanne, you've been welcoming and provided the basics well. You might try asking more open-ended questions to engage the visitor, like, what they're specifically looking for, and gently encourage them to share more. Keep it conversational and patient. You're doing great.
Thank you. I'll let you go back now.
Jeez, that was a
So here's the thing, guys. Not that I want AI to replace human interaction with your guys' practicing, but you can train it. Mine is broker trained. Mine has had thousands and thousands and thousands of data points put into it so that it communicates along the spectrum of real estate. But you can see how it creates an environment. You can tell it to act in different ways.
that was real though. That's how people act.
Yeah, that second one was. The first one, not so much. It always goes into an overly positive starting point, but you have to tell it how to respond.
Yeah.
If you can get good interaction and traction with an AI bot like that, how do you think your conversations in the real world are going to be?
Yeah.
It even called you out on not asking open-ended questions. But that's how much of an important it is that we do so, is to constantly have good flow in conversation. So anyone else on here not know that you could do that with ChatGPT?
No.
Blow your mind?
That's very cool.
It was super cool.
So there's ways of handling it. Like, so let's say that you don't understand something. You can ask it a question. What does this mean? How would you explain this to a buyer that's never bought a house before? Help me understand this like I was 10, right? What was the question we asked the other day? So my son has a project due, and I was like, hello. I talked to the AI like it's a person. I was like, we are helping my son Stone, who's 7, do his homework project about Charles R. Drew. You'll need to do some online research on the man and come up with the following that I ask. Write in comprehension of a 7-year-old. What am I known for? What is something famous that I said? And what are some of the facts about my early life and my adulthood that we can add to this report? And then it gave me all of that in the word choice, tonality, and cadence of a 7-year-old. So you get an email chain. You've been emailing back and forth with a client and you're stuck. Can't seem to get anywhere. Upload the whole thing. Just print to PDF the whole email, upload it, and say, hey, give me some feedback on this. What did I do well? What could I have done better? And what would be a great next response? Do we sometimes get stuck in conversations because we don't know what to say next?
Mm-hmm.
Especially in writing, because you're like, oh, this is going to be written down forever. Train. This is training. This is practice. So here's another thing we can use it for. I'll share this for you. This is the house that we did. Doing a listing. It doesn't appear to have any permits done. What loan types can I market it as? It gives them some ideas. Right? I'm showing this to the seller. I was like, okay, I have a listing. Here's the address that we're working on to get evaluation. The property has a 3,600 square foot shop that should cost about $300,000 to build today, but there are none others like it in comps that we can find. The main house and land are nice, but what would I value the shop for? So it breaks it down, valuing the replacement costs, estimated values, cost per square foot. And it goes into the approach, right? Your market comparison approach. What can we do to market the house? Income approach, considerations. And this gives you some valuations. I was like, plus they have an adjacent 4-acre parcel, nearly 4-acre parcel just sold for $225. What would I include this as the valuation? And it goes through all that and it talks to you. And it breaks down the entirety of your marketing plan. How to market the combined property. List price strategy, a total of $960, considering between $925 and $975, depending on the market demand. There is an option to sell separately. If we do so, we can price one for $7 and change, and then the 225-acre parcel separately. Is this not super helpful for you guys to understand how to approach a property and look at something? Yes, this takes years and years and years of effort to learn how to do a CMA, to look at the market comparables, to look at the competition, and assess a valuation of a property. Input all the information that you have and ask for some help. I'm actually working on something for my agents here in Keller Williams, Southern Arizona called BrokerBot, which will be access to a broker trained AI, very similar to this, but at a high level with all of the Arizona legal forms and documents in it. So that it becomes a resource that you can use very much so like I use ChatGPT without having the 2.5 years that I've trained it. There are tons and tons and tons of potential resources out there that you guys just got to utilize. And I love AI because it's becoming more and more evolved, but it's only as good as the input information. Use it as a guide, don't use it as the law. What do I mean by that?
It might tell you something different that's not the law, right?
Get information that gets you in that direction, but don't take it as infallible. It's still a computer. It has gotten better in the last 2 years, but it's still a long way to go. What else could you use it for? I think we're just gonna have an AI conversation today.
I use it for listing descriptions. I haven't written a listing description in like 3 years.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I put in the basics. I put in what I would write, which is terrible, and then let it do its thing. I say, as a real estate professional, rewrite this using 1,300 characters or whatever your MLS is, and then it spits out a slightly better version of what I wrote. And I say, make it more appealing to a buyer, and then it rewrites it. And I say, make it more luxurious. It rewrites it. Make it slightly less luxurious, and it rewrites it. It's pretty impressive. I'll do about 7 or 8 renditions until I get like a perfect one.
That's a simple way, guys. We all struggle on getting creative and artistic, right?
Mhm.
So here, let's see if we can get it to do this. So we're going to do some shared screen here in a second. No, I'm going to get there first. So
I love that you can open your fridge and say, I have celery, carrots, a chicken breast, and some rice. Create me a dinner for 4 people using these ingredients.
you don't even have to tell it. You can turn the camera on and say, look in my fridge and tell me what I can make.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, guys, there is some impressive effort here. And if you haven't played around with it, do so. This is an opportunity to learn. This is an opportunity for you guys to find a resource that's leverage. The first piece of leverage in anyone's business is technology. If you don't believe me, hold up your cell phone. Remember your math teacher in school? If you're old enough like I am, they said, you're never going to walk around with a calculator in your pocket. I got one better on you, Mrs. Jones. I got a whole ass fucking scientist in my pocket. I just take pictures of problems and it tells me the answer. I took a picture of my truck and said, why isn't it running right? And it said, it's because it's a Ford. I was like, okay, fair enough. I'm just kidding. I would never do that. I would never insult my truck that way. So I'm going to take a listing, a previous listing. I'm going to print it out. So I'm going to go ahead and print this. So printing, you guys can see what I'm actually doing. I'm going to print out the private version of this listing just so we have it for posterity. So saving as a PDF. I don't know if you'll be able to see my screen if I go full share. It's a really big monitor, so it might be really small on your end. What do you guys see right now? Do you see all the things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take that PDF, I'm going to drop it right into the AI, and I'm going to say, check this out and write a new property description that would be SEO charged and in the middle luxury bracket. You guys can tell I can't spell or shit, so
It fixes that too.
it does. So I'm going to do that. I'm not even going to tell anything. I'm not going to tell it anything about the house.
What is SEO?
Search engine optimization, because everything you put in the MLS can be searched through Google Index.
Okay.
Even if it's a private MLS?
Yep.
Well, it goes through the IDX, I guess, yeah.
IDX. So notice how it's literally scrubbing it. It's going slow right now because we're utilizing a lot of bandwidth on both Zoom and AI. But it's going and it's finding this description. Now, it's definitely way too long, right? We only have 800 total characters. So once it's done,
You know what the sick part is like you can upload this book, get a PDF version of it, upload it to it, and say, write me a business plan for 2025 on a goal to close 25 transactions. It'll tell you exactly what you do based on everything Gary put in this thing.
yeah, watch. So this is, notice how it's giving us this very, very long thing. It's still thinking. It's coming up with some cool shit, right? Here's your key features. This is something you can put into like a social media post.
Yeah.
Now let's shorten it. I only have 800 characters. Trust me, when you're not on Zoom, it goes a lot faster. So. Does this take some of the thinking out of what you're doing? You can go back to help servicing people. We don't need to put a lot of time and effort into $15 tasks. We can put a lot more time into people, right?
The things AI can't do.
Yeah.
Well, can't do as well.
Here's your description. Right? It's impactful, engaging, keyword rich while staying within your character limit. Let me know if you want any refinements. There are no excuses anymore when it comes to creating data, creating content, creating resources, because you can literally take it and drag pieces of information in there. What else?
It is garbage in, garbage out, though. So,
what else do you think you can do?
write songs.
We know that. We love the AI songs, don't we?
Respond to someone in the proper way.
Yeah.
Maybe you're upset about something that happened.
Yeah, help me identify where I went wrong in this conversation. Give me 3 options of responses that may be better than I could come up with by myself. We've got broker responses all the time where people just shoot in hot and heavy. And my first response is kick rocks, man. But I can't. I got to take it to second and say, you know what? Show me what I'm not looking at. Help me see between the lines. What's the real issue here? Because when you get emotional emails, do you not get 5 separate lines of thought? And somewhere is the actual issue.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's not even in the email at all. It's just they're just dumping on you. They're throwing up all their issues on you. But use this to help you open greetings. Use this to, talk to as you're driving home and script back and forth, Hey, AI, give me some ideas on how to open up a conversation with someone I haven't talked to in a while. What would you say to a past client that you failed to follow up with and it's been 6 or 7 months? Could we use something like that? Joanne's all, yeah.
Mhm.
So let's do it. Let's see what happens. Let's have some fun. Hello, my friend. Help me with a greeting I could send to a past client that I haven't followed up with in the last 6 or 7 months.
Hello, it's been a while since we last connected. I hope you're doing well. I wanted to reach out and see how things have been for you since we last spoke. If there's anything you need or any questions I can help with, just let me know.
Okay, let's use the FORD acronym, Family, Occupation, Recreations, Dreams, to build the framework of our conversations. What would be a great text message that I can send out to a diverse group of potential clients that I may have forgotten about since I met them at either open houses, events, or other elements in real estate and just haven't talked to them in about a year?
Here's a message that incorporates the Ford framework. Hi, it's Dan from Keller Williams. I hope you've been keeping well. I was thinking about our conversation and I just wanted to check in to see how things are going. How's everything with work? Have you been enjoying any new hobbies or trips lately? If there's anything I can help with, or if you have any new dreams related to your home, feel free to reach out. This message touches on family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. It opens the door for them to share updates with you.
Mhm. Mm.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, that was good.
And the best part about it is it puts it in your chat history.
Here, Dan, check this out. Can I share for a sec? Oh,
Yeah, let me make sure you can share your screen. Advanced sharing options, all participants. Okay, go.
Here we go. So I uploaded MREA, found a PDF on Google. Please create a business plan to close 35 transactions based on the principles of this book. There you go.
And if you guys need the PDF of the MREA, it's everywhere online.
Oh,
Plus,
yeah.
I have one for you as well.
And I would actually, this is just the first rendition. I would, rephrase it and say, give me specific examples of how many touches or whatever a month I need to do or appointments, and make it break it down specifically.
So go into your AI right now, Jim. Let's work together. If you guys want to go, you can. We're going to work on, Jim. I'm going to show you guys how to tune this up. So go in there and put, this is my average sales price. Or say, this is my average commission per deal. So are you above average, average, or below average in conversion rate? Okay. And then tell it, give me a specific business plan with actionable items based on what I need to generate X dollars for your lifestyle. Because I don't want you to do off of deals. I want you to go off of profit, right? Profit first. What do we need to make? So right there, we're taking our average, which is the information you should know. If you don't have it, go off of your company average. If you're above or below your conversion rate, if you know what it is, how many people you talk to get one appointment or one deal, and then from there give action items, see what it does.
And this is the free version.
Yeah. See, now it makes it specific to his income goal, specific to his business and his activities. Now you can take it a step further and say, give me a 90-day plan and the 5 most likely targets to find these clients, or 3 most likely targets. And then you could break it down and say, how would you work on that?
Three most likely targets what?
to reach. So yeah, needs 56 leads or 560 leads.
Yeah.
So it's telling you need to do 3 hours lead gen a day. Grow and nurture a database to at least 2,000 contacts. Online Facebook groups, Google Ads, and SEO optimized content for an email campaign. Do direct mails, newsletters, and just listed postcards. And referrals. Develop and maintain relationships with past clients and referral partners. Like, is this not actionable for you guys?
So in other words, the basics.
Oh yeah, I just wanted that to be very, very evident. I don't care how fancy you get, it's always the basics. But
Yeah,
there's
weekly target 11 appointments.
Yeah.
Daily target two and a quarter.
this is breaking it down to this. It's seriously reducing to the ridiculous.
Now this is curious. It says budget model allocate marketing target 10 to 12% of GCI. We know that it wants 40% profit. It's asking for 10 to 12%. Shouldn't it be 60?
No, because that's just for your marketing.
Oh, just more. Okay.
Just
Got
for
other
marketing.
costs of sales and other.
Yeah. So this is breaking it down just on marketing.
There's your 3 targets.
Yep.
That's cool.
I hope you all have taken away something from today. You've learned something to help you, just a small edge, a small improvement. Not that you're ever going to replace having a coach or a mentor or a human being with you, because we understand complex emotions. You can see how this will benefit you. Just a little bit. Joanne, thank you for bringing that up. Today is your responsibility. This is all your fault. I hope you've learned something from it.
I tried to post all that in chat. It didn't work.
No, that's not to post. So Serena's asking, did you use that through the chat GPT? Yes, I did. I just click and drag to upload it. I don't think she's on. Yeah, she's still on.
There, I was able to attach it in the chat through a share link, I guess.
Yeah.
I've never done it that way. I don't know if it works, but
So click on it and it brings me right to your business plan. So play with it today if you guys haven't done so. Take some time, play. Ask it to help you with a marketing plan. Give me a 90-day plan to increase my Instagram followers by 1,000 followers. Would that be helpful for new agents trying to build? We're not trying to get rich overnight, but we are trying to get rich eventually. And that's going to take time, bit by bit, piece by piece. And like Anthony said, the basics. The
but
fun.
this thing read the entire MREA for me in about 30 seconds.
Oh, good. I love that idea. I didn't even think about dropping the MREA in because I have it. I have the PDF.
I just Googled MREA PDF and it popped up. First one.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's legal, but that's what it did. Yeah, PDF version of MREA is the first link. Your knowledge digest.
I'm gonna see. I'm just asking mine to go search the internet for it and see if it can find it itself.
Huh.
So I just told it, go find the MREA and add it to the memory so that you can use it to help answer questions about our business and structure.
Do that?
It can do that.
That's creepy.
And notice how I didn't tell it in this chat. I didn't tell it what the MREA was. I just said, find the MREA PDF online from Keller Williams and put it in memories and used to help answer questions. Like, and then it found Millionaire Real Estate Agent MRA by Gary Keller, and here's where it's found the information. So
Ooh.
this is the, like I said, this is the paid version, so it's a little different. Love it. Love it.
I'm gonna get the paid version now.
It's $20 a
Yeah,
month.
we're all
I
getting-
use the crap out
I
of it.
spend $20 a month on way stupider stuff than that.
Yeah, I think Mikey and I have been using it for years, and it's been trained and trained. He's still training his, I know it, but I don't think it's used daily. Mine is abused to the point of like I run it everything by it to make sure that we have up to date information, and even online leads. Give me a great first response. Give me a great first text message. Screenshot
Nice.
the lead.
So I can take like all these books and say, go build my business and my online personality around the book, blah, 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 you know, list 17 books. That's creepy.
Ooh. Gonna make my plans to take over the world all the more easier.
So what was
Start with San Diego.
I was in a class with Anthony 2 days ago, and we were asked, am I a dreamer that needs to do more, or am I a doer that needs to dream more? I didn't have an answer. So I literally asked my AI, because like I said, I use it for everything. And I asked the AI, what am I? And the AI said, you're a doer that could use the benefit of more dreaming. And then it went through the different things that I am, because I use it so much. Man, I could talk about this all day, and I'm barely even scratching the surface with what you can do with it. I want you guys to have the resource. If you don't have the $20 a month in your budget, fine, use the free version. It's limited, but it's still a great guideline. Let it be a guide. Don't take it as law.
What does it limit? Do you know?
I was gonna say, other than speed, I haven't hit the limit. I feel.
I have.
What did you find was limiting?
Just the amount of requests. So
I think the main thing is live versus past information. So the new one that you pay for is attached to the live internet unless they change that. And then anything you don't pay for is like a year or two behind, not feeding live from the internet.
So it may not know about like NAR, got the new NAR stuff or something.
Exactly. I tested that a while back ago when I found that out, and that's why I ended up getting the paid version. But I hardly ever use it, and I need to start playing with it a little bit more. At least having Stephanie play with it a lot more.
yeah, take a look at our processes and tell me where the inefficiencies lie. Take a look at these emails that I send out. Give me some feedback. Right? There's a lot you can do, and use it as a business coach.
But
Right.
here's my other advice on that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
No, you got it. I was done.
When I first started playing with it, I was nonstop for like 3 weeks, not doing anything else but trying to just get down this rabbit hole. So at the same time, like we just figured out, don't forget the basics, because that's, this is enhancing your basics. Don't get me wrong, it's a great tool, but do not forget the basics while you're in there just doing nothing, because that's what I did. I was just playing around, making videos, doing this, trying to do this, and then didn't lead gen all 3 weeks or however long it was.
Give yourself time blocks, guys. 30 minutes of exploration. Off hours. This is not something you do in the middle of the day. This is something you do at 9 o'clock at night when you can't sleep. This is something you do in the morning. This is not something you do during golden hours.
Ask Lydia how many texts she got in the middle of the night with different logo examples.
We're not talking about it.
Like I was talking about doing lead gen. So here's some I was trying. Here's a text message I got. I just screenshot it. I'll text an email for first introduction, please. Here's a professional text email to Christy Hoffman regarding her property. Here's a text. Here's an email. Okay, great. Now an email thanking Jim Godfrey for having to talk to me this morning and plans to buy a winter home here in Tucson, right? Here's the response. Okay, great. Screenshot of the text message I've sent plus the lead. Give me a follow-up text email on this. See all images. Follow-up text. And it pulls the guy's name. I didn't tell it. Notice I didn't tell it anything. Pulls the information. Text, email.
That's incredible.
No excuses. Do not let it replace your thinking and your training about relationships, but this definitely can improve it. Sound good? Any other thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, or queries? We definitely went long, but I think it was worth it, don't you?
Yes.
It's all Joanne's fault. Don't be afraid to use it. Don't be afraid to train it. And if it doesn't sound right, say, hey, that doesn't sound right. Go find the resources. Go find the source material. Use it as a guide. Don't use it as law.
Double check stuff before you send it.
Oh yeah. All the time it picks up some random shit here and there.
Especially in your listing descriptions.
Oh yeah.
You're like, this thing doesn't have a pony.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff you got in here. And use it for introspection, use it for business development, use it for ideas for posts, use it for a business plan. You know, give me a 90-day plan to increase my Instagram flow for the next 1,000 people. I don't know, whatever you want.